Money FM 89.3. Best of Friday Night Live. Friday night at the movies.
It's the biggest event in Hollywood. Just a couple of days away, the Academy Awards, the Oscars 2025 will kick off in Hollywood. Who will win? Who will lose? Who will pretend to be happy? Who will fake smile and clap their hands as they lose the Oscar? So we thought we'd talk about our favourites. Look back through Academy Award-winning history. I've looked at the best films. I've gone through many of the films, gone with my favourites. Dan's gone in a few different categories.
I got to correct myself. I think I went pretty recent with the movies that won the Oscars in recent years.
That's fine.
In the 2000s. But I've got a couple, I think, that may have been aligned with yours in the 1900s.
1900s? They're not that old.
Oh, wait, so 1970s to 1960s. But yeah, we'll see. Let's run through the list.
Right.
Should mean you.
Okay, before I do that, what's your favourite Oscar-winning movies? Let us know. WhatsApp 88550893. First thing, I'm going to kick off with one that Dan will not know.
Yes.
And I wasn't going to have this on my list, but I'm going to say The French Connection. I think it won Best Film.
I heard of this.
In 1973, a 2 or 3. The reason I'm picking that, it starred the great Gene Hackman, who sadly passed away this week. If anybody wants to see a great movie with a fantastic lead performance and pay tribute to the great Gene Hackman, The French Connection is on Disney+. Watch it. It's a magnificent movie. R.I.P.
So this
Gene
is
Hackman.
a little bit like a mafia-like.
He's a cop. He's a downtown cop working through the streets of Brooklyn. It's got the best car chase I've ever seen.
Right. Better than Baby Driver?
It's good, but this one's more gritty and real and authentic. They go through the streets of Brooklyn. I've been down the streets. They actually do the car chase. It's fantastic. But that wasn't on my list. That was a bonus for Gene Hackman.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to go recent first.
Let's go recent.
I'm going to go as recent as last year. 2024.
Oh, is this going to be aligned with mine?
Oppenheimer.
Oh, come on. That was my first.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I would say what I think, right?
Yeah.
This film blew me away on IMAX.
Yeah.
And I tell you why Oppenheimer is an underrated gem. Even though it won all the Oscars, it's an underrated gem.
Still?
Because for something beyond it being a great movie, what Christopher Nolan does better than anybody in cinema today is he reminds you why the cinematic experience is still better than anything else. Better than streaming, watching it on phones, iPads, television. He uses every inch of the frame, the entire width of the screen, but also
and the sound that goes behind it. You know,
he uses sight and sound better than anybody.
The moment the bomb detonated,
I got that written down.
Silence was so loud that it almost felt so real. Right, and you were witnessing firsthand in the eyes of Oppenheimer.
I couldn't agree more.
It was phenomenal. Neil. I was speechless at it.
Could not agree more. And I saw it on IMAX. It's the kind of film, I believe, if you re-released it every year on IMAX, limited edition, people would watch it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It was a reminder we needed after COVID in the streaming era why the cinematic experience cannot be replicated on any TV screen. But, in fact, I'll just say this. I have this sort of principle. If I see anybody watching Oppenheimer on an SQ flight, I almost want to hit them on the back of the head and say, watch something else. You cannot watch Oppenheimer on an airplane screen.
It's like having fine dining, you know, at a hawker center or something. It just doesn't fit.
I want to say, just watch Friends. Watch a sitcom. Don't watch Oppenheimer on an airplane.
But I gotta say, though, to be honest and to be fair, it's pretty content heavy. So if you're not really, you know, knowledgeable in the aspects of physics and science and all that, that can be quite a bit to take in. Yeah, and you might get confused sometimes, so I think maybe a couple of watches wouldn't get you there. But gotta say, this one tops the list for me.
Okay, right. I'll go to my next one. I've got a few, so I'll do them briefly.
Okay, go.
The Gladiator, the original Gladiator, I absolutely love
that.
Russell Crowe, great. Now, there's one particular film and book that, making it all about me, is one of the reasons I'm a novelist.
Okay.
The Silence of the Lambs with Hannibal Lecter. Do you have that?
No, I don't.
Well, first, it's my favourite.
I don't want to because it was a little bit too gory.
It's my favourite actress, Jodie Foster. I love Jodie Foster. But as a movie experience, I saw it when I was about 16, 17. It blew me through the wall. And I'm not going to lie, there's a couple of characters in my novels that are loosely inspired by characters in The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, wow.
I owe my Inspector Lowe novel series, I unashamedly say, owes a massive debt of gratitude.
Gotta say, it's a big hit.
To The Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
It is a masterful psychological thriller.
Right.
That's one of mine.
I'll do you one better, Neil.
Go on.
Interstellar.
Great film.
Going through space and time, and just the idea of how, you've hit like this singularity with the black hole and all. It's crazy to think how people age differently at like different points of space and how time warps itself. So I think in that sense, it kind of put me in like this little sphere where I just stuck in this little bubble of like, okay, we're so small in this entire universe. What more could there be out there? And I think this was a good perspective of how like minor our issues are on Earth.
Yeah.
And it makes you really think about, the grander scheme of things.
And it also brings it down to human relationships. It's one of the saddest films I've ever seen.
It
because
is, yeah.
I watched it just a couple of years after my daughter was born.
Yeah.
And it's about father
and daughter, yeah. And the daughter trying to reconnect with
and there's
the father.
the famous scene with Matthew McConaughey when he
was
watching,
pulling the strings, right, or something.
Yeah, before that, when he's watching her, I think on a video, and he realizes he's never going to see her again.
Yeah.
And it's just awful.
Yeah.
And I've just become a father myself. It's just the hardest scene.
It's heart-wrenching.
Great film. Nolan again. Christopher Nolan again.
Yep.
Right, I'm going to put a couple together. I'm going to cheat. 2 Oscar winners back to back. Godfather 1 and Godfather 2.
Yep.
The greatest gangster movies, the greatest American movies. They're about the pursuit and the corruption of the American dream.
Yep.
This basic idea that the higher up you go in society, the more crooked it becomes. More relevant, you could say, about American politics than ever before. And that's all I'm going to say. Godfather 1, Godfather 2.
We're not going to get too political there.
Absolute classics. And I've saved my best till last, and I'm going to let you go. You got any more?
I've got one, okay, but you go first.
A few years ago, 2013, I was on holiday in America. I was staying in Philadelphia.
Yes.
At a hotel. I fulfilled a lifelong dream, lifelong ambition.
Yes.
I got up at 5:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Jet lagged.
Yes.
Pitch black dark. Philadelphia. I put on a pair of trainers. And even though I had a bad knee, I ran for about a mile and a half, 2 miles, about 4 kilometers from my hotel.
I know where this is going.
To run up some steps
dun,
at dawn.
Dun, and then you start punching in the air.
Correct. To fulfill a lifelong ambition I'd had since I first saw Rocky.
Rocky Balboa!
As about an 8 or 9 year old boy.
Oh, man.
The original Rocky is still the best Rocky.
It is the best.
Low budget, made for less than $1 million. Came out in 1976.
Yep.
It's going to be 50 years old next year.
Oh, my goodness.
50 years old. And they're still making Creed movies.
Yeah. And that's
on the back
best.
of it.
The best part about it is that they're not butchering it. Because, like, usually when you've got movies from the past and you bring it back to the present, the modern day, people don't really accept it as well. But honestly, the storyline kills it.
It's about anybody just wanting that one chance.
Yeah,
one
chance.
Opportunity, not being a bum, to use his word. Anybody, working class, woman, man, black, white, Asian, whatever. Everybody deserves one shot at life.
Yeah.
It is a timeless story. It is the ultimate Cinderella story. It's the ultimate feel-good story.
To seize everything you ever wanted.
Rocky. So that's me, number one.
Okay, number one for me. And I think you can agree with that. I'm going to combine both, all right? Because both of them won the Oscars. The Joker and The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I love The Dark Knight.
The thing is, The Dark Knight was a phenomenal performance by Heath Ledger.
Won the Oscar.
Yeah, won the Oscar, unsurprisingly. And I was so convinced that he was inbuilt with the character that, I don't know, it just seemed a little bit unreal for a person to be able to present the Joker in that aspect. And then you have the Joker, on the other hand, where you put him as like the anti-hero. Right? The reason why he was the way he was. And then you kind of like put both movies together, you can understand why the Joker decided to be the character that he was, right? And why he was unashamed of, the way or the actions that he, showed the world, and why he why he feels the world deserves a different perception, or like to look at it in his eyes. So I think the Joker, I was supposed the last Joker, the most recent one, not the one with Lady Gaga.
The rubbish one.
The rubbish one.
Yeah.
But the Joker that was played by Joaquin Phoenix. I think the first one, Joaquin Phoenix, that has to be the one for me. Yeah, because I did like the Joker character quite a fair bit.
I like it.
And
I like
think-
it. I still edge towards The Dark Knight. I still think The Dark Knight is the best comic book movie ever made. Alongside the original Superman, I still
I
have
beg
an
to
original.
differ.
I have an original Superman, the
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve one, with the great Gene Hackman.
I'll go with Tobey Maguire for Spider-Man 1.
That's fine. That's fine.
Should have won the Oscars.
Oh, I won't go that far. But I have.
Okay.
But the opening introductory scene.
Yeah.
Of the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, when he walks into that room where all the villains are sitting at the table, I may have said this before, is one of the greatest character introductions in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
And without getting too pretentious and cheem, it's actually taught in screenwriting classes. You get everything you need to know about the character in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He sits at the table, he kills the guy with the pencil. And
Ta-da!
How about a magic trick?
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
It's just the best introduction to a character ever. Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker. I don't do fancy dress.
Yeah.
But I've always said if I had one chance to do fancy dress,
That'd be it.
and money was no object,
Yeah.
I would get the suit made.
That'd be
I'd
it.
get it tailored, the
Yep.
purple suit, the green wig. I'd do everything.
It doesn't make you look ridiculous, honestly. If anything, it's all just about, living up to Heath Ledger's legacy.
It's just about having fun because why so serious?
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.